Okay, after someone came to the door the other day, I never got back to this, so I'm going to try to get back and get it finished today. I was going to show you just a few of the things that we have done to help Alicia with her, just to teach her some things. We've written some social stories and used some visuals to help her. This is a real simple one. She has a tendency to slam things. So we started out with, I will close the door. I will not slam the door. So this is just an I will column and I will not column. Very simple, but it's a good one to go over with her in the evening, and just maybe every other evening for a while, and just pull it back out if you start seeing a real problem with any of these behaviors. Put on a robe. I will put on a robe. I will not walk around naked because she doesn't understand that she needs to keep herself covered up. So that's a real issue. And I will keep my hands to myself. I will not take something that's not mine. And she also has a tendency to grab things. She does understand what mine it means, and she understands that something does not belong to her, she can't keep it. But she's very impulsive, so she will grab things sometimes from someone, and if you just will give her a moment to let her look at it and then say, it's not yours, but you can see it for a minute, and then have her give it back, everything will go much more smoothly than if you just try to grab it right back from her. And I've learned that the hard way. You might just get into a tug of war match with her, and she'll probably win, or you'll end up getting hit. But she really does understand that and will give it back, I promise. Here is, I will stay calm when I'm mad. I will not hit. This is the biggest issue that we have with her as far as behaviors go. And we've been working on them. I'm going to show you this in just a moment. And the last one is, I will use my pretty voice. I will not use my ugly voice. And we talked about that one earlier, the strange voice that she tends to use. And we just say, pretty voice, please. But we practice talking about it with this social story. And my notes disappeared. Okay, well, we're going to talk about her flip chart. We started using these again a couple of months ago because we saw an increase in her negative behavior of hitting. And I think it's as a result of her anticipating this move and being anxious, both about wanting to move and also about not understanding what all it's going to be involved. So we started using the visuals again. And this is something that she can take on her backpack or wear on her belt buckle, or wear a belt loop. We also have a little fanny pack that she can wear and hang it from or put it in. And the way you help her use this is when she starts to get angry, she will usually say, no hit. And that means she's thinking about hitting and she knows she shouldn't. And the best thing to do then is to say, let's use your calming book. And so have her pick this up, or if you don't have it with you, just go through some of the things with you. She'll remember them. Here they are. Jesus, help me be calm. And here's how to sign that is, Jesus, help me be calm. The calm is a good sign to know for Alicia. And then another technique is to have her practice deep breathing. Say, let's practice your breathing. And she has a real hard time just slowing down to do that, especially when she's angry. So we practice these sometimes when she's not. And counting to 10, I just would say, let's practice counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And see if she's calmed down then. So at any point, if you feel that she's calmed down, you don't need to go on to the next one. But if she's really worked up, we end up going through all of these usually. This one just says squeeze. We have a little squeeze ball that she carries in that pack, fanny pack. There are a number of them. Any of those squishy balls will work. And I recommend keeping one in your car that you transport her in. And but if you don't have that, just skip that one, use the others. That's no big deal. That's why we have more than one option on here. And then this one, hug a bear. We just say hug, hug whatever she has with her. She's always carrying one of her stuffed animals with her. Just have her hug it or hug herself to calm down. And then there's one more that I am planning to add, and it is to write it. And that simply means to take a pad of paper with you, have it, if you're taking right into the community, have it in your purse, carry it in the van, or have her carry some paper with her in a little fanny pack would be good to take to work, and a pencil or pen. And sometimes I have discovered that this can really help her when nothing else does, which is, it seems kind of strange, but especially if she is just repeating things over and over and over again. When she is wanting confirmation over and over again, usually it's something she's wanting to do and can't. Like the other day, she was wanting to go to Hobby Lobby, and she was saying, Hobby Lobby, Hobby Lobby, Hobby Lobby. And we kept saying, no, not today. Sorry, not today. And she'd keep asking. So finally I picked something up and I wrote it. Sorry, no Hobby Lobby. And then I let her have the paper, and she would take it. And sometimes she wanted to write it herself, or else she would suggest something to write. Sad. She might write that she was sad, and we could say, no, I'm sorry you're sad, just, it helped her to write it down. And or you could suggest something else that she could do and let her write that down. And that has been helpful to her, to have something like this around and put it in writing. So another thing is, I say these things are random because I just write them down when I think of them. At night, she has a terrible habit of grinding her teeth. She doesn't do it all the time, but when she does, she can keep people awake in bedrooms way far away. So her roommates will want her housemates will want her to wear her mouth guard. And we keep it in this, and this is what it looks like. And she's real good about wearing it. She doesn't remember to put it in herself because I think she just assumed not, which is understandable. So just hand it to her at bedtime and she'll put it in. And the only care involved with this thing is about once a week, I take it in and run it under some warm water, to wash it. You don't want to put it in soap or anything, and you don't want to run real hot water on it because it could actually change the shape of it. So that's pretty much all you can do to clean it. But you'll notice that her teeth are actually shaved down pretty small from her grinding all these years. Oh, her medication. Alicia cannot swallow pills. We tried to teach her that. So she is very good about taking them when they're crushed. And so we crush her pills in one of these and mix it in a very, very small amount of something, usually applesauce. That's why I'm showing you. I buy these big containers of applesauce, and I get the unsweetened kind because she is putting on weight and we don't want her to have any more sweets than necessary. And I just mix it up in a little cup like this, and she'll take her meds that way. Or also in the morning, sometimes she likes to eat yogurt for breakfast, and we'll just mix it in there, her morning meds in there. So she has medication morning and then at bedtime. Back to my notes. Oh, we will send with you a weighted blanket that we purchased a while back. We have both a lap pad and a full blanket that are weighted. We only use those in case she, really gets worked up and upset. You can ask her to lay down on her bed and just hand her the blanket and she can put it on herself. It does have a calming effect. The lap pad can be good if you're going to be going a fairly long distance in the car because it's just something about the weight is just a calming to her, and a lot of autistic individuals are that way. She does not yet know how to use a remote, and that's just because the remotes at our house are so complicated. We have about 4 remotes that have to be used to turn on our devices. And so we've just never taught her to use them because it's too complicated. I have to have my husband help me sometimes. So she will be able to learn how to do that, I'm sure, with your help for the TV in her room, because it will be simple, one remote, but you'll have to show her initially how to do it. I'm just telling you that because she has not had experience using a remote, so you'll just kind of have to help her with it till she gets the hang of it. But she uses a computer and plays games and things like that, so I don't think she'll have any trouble figuring it out with you showing her. Another thing that I've done is made just this little activity choice board for her. If she is bored on the weekends and you don't have anything particular planned, it's good to have something like this to pull it out and just say, you know, what do you want to do, Alicia? And there's art, working a puzzle. She's very good with puzzles, but sometimes she won't think to just go get it herself. But if you get one out and suggest that she do it, she will. Watch a movie. This is the sign for movie. And play with her stuffed animals. Take a walk. Use the iPad. And there are countless others, of course, but I just started with these so you'd have some suggestions for her. I am going to give some thought to the problem that she has with the one ear and gather up some things and show you how to work with that ear, and maybe I'll have her even come in on the video to show you because it's kind of a challenge. She's very good about it, letting you deal with her with it, but it's just kind of an annoying problem that is, you know, ongoing with her. I'd hoped we would be able to find a way to resolve it, but it's been ongoing for about 6 years now that she has this issue. So we'll address that in the next video. So you'll have something else to look forward to. Thank you.